Units are out to the suicidal subject. RP advised male has a loaded 9mm with him. Says he will kill whoever tries to stop him. He's in the basement right now, loading his AK-47 break.
You got tactical command.
Just be advised all units on scene. The RP is reporting he is willing and ready to have a shootout with us.
Are there any units in place that can stop him from getting back into the house?
Yeah, we'll take care of it.
Okay, he's heading for the house. Let's not let him get back in the house.
2-3 Adam, we're on up to the house. Shots fired, 2-3 Adam, shots fired.
Shots fired, man down. Man down. One of ours.
103 Adam, can you confirm who is down? "103 Adam, can you confirm who is down?"
DB's down, roll up medical. Confirming, you're ready for medical. We're ready to roll.
Wrap my head around what just happened, and so that was difficult for me physically. My brain just couldn't wrap it up. Like it's happened to my husband, and what does life look like because of the unknown? He didn't wake up for 11 days, so we really didn't know. I didn't know if he had a brain injury. I didn't know if he was paralyzed. I didn't know if he was just going to be 100% better. We didn't really feel that impact of the paralyzation probably until we got to Craig Hospital, and that was 5 weeks after he was shot.
So the biggest struggles, I don't even think really evolved around the wheelchair or getting around in the wheelchair. It all evolved around what I had lost. I lost identity, the loss of the ability to walk. Like all those were so in the front of my brain that it was just a complete cycle playing over and over again, all focused on the loss. So the biggest struggle was just trying to figure out who I was going to be after this and what my purpose was going to be, and that took a long time for me to figure out. Christy had encouraged me to go to church at a Front Range Christian church, and I think it was within the first few times we went, a certain sermon he gave called Shipwrecked that really talked about struggles and how people overcome them and stuff with faith. And when I was sitting in there listening to those sermons, it was kind of like a little glimmer of hope, because at that time I was still in some pretty dark days, and I was really searching for something to hold on to. And then I found the hope, just grasping onto that with like white knuckle strength and not letting go to, I think really helped pull me through a big part of the darkest days. The depression and the suicidal thoughts and all the other mental health issues I had from losing my identity. After traveling that road, I learned that my new purpose now was to prevent others from going down that same road, and especially in the first responder community. So really a big advocate in speaking up for mental health in the first responder community, and to help shed light on the huge issue we have with suicides in our profession.
I think what surprised me most of long term was what not what we couldn't do, but the things we could do. We are able to do anything any other normal family can do. We're getting ready to go camping, actually with our close friends. He's going paragliding in a couple of weeks. We do everything a normal family does. And I think that was very surprising to me because, you feel like your world is wrecked and your husband can't walk or you can't walk. And he says, I can't do anything. I can't drive and I can't go for walks and I can't and I can't. And instead of saying I can't, we finally embraced that I can. And long term, that was, it was so fulfilling and we were so grateful for that.
Well, I would say the biggest challenge would be, it wasn't so much the physical pain from the injury, but it was the mental pain, the mental anguish. I'm trying to really overcome that and trying to learn that it was okay to ask for help. 'Cause for the longest time, I tried to battle it on my own, and I failed repeatedly, day after day, and that was a real struggle. Trying to figure out how I was going to overcome that. And thankfully I have an awesome wife that kind of helped push me in the direction I needed to go, but it was still a huge struggle that I had at the very beginning.
I'm there just in case he may fall or he gets into a tight space where he can't push himself. And so I'm always watching him. My girls are always watching him. And we are very aware of what his capacity is. And he knows that we're there for him always and we'll help him with whatever he needs.
Learning how to not just live life in a wheelchair, but how to enjoy it. I've slowed down and learned how to appreciate the smaller things in life, and I think that's really changed, kind of changed my whole attitude towards this wheelchair. Although it does suck being in a wheelchair, I can still enjoy a lot of things that I did before. I just need to learn to not give this wheelchair so much attention and just learn to give my family the attention and, and my friends the attention. And it's been a really good lesson. We're kind of tied into the paraplegic community. We hear all the time of when people suffer injuries, then their loved ones leave because they can't deal with it or don't want to deal with it. And the fact that even when I was trying to push Christy away during my darkest days, that she refused to give up, and she stood there right by my side the entire time. So now she's stuck with me the whole time, and for better or worse, yeah. So yeah, she's very strong, very strong.
Before this incident, Dan wasn't he still isn't, but he wasn't very outgoing, meaning he was just kind of an introvert and he didn't talk a whole lot and he was really shy. And he learned how to be vulnerable. He had to, because there were many times he had to ask for help, and that was very hard for him as a man, as a police officer. It was very difficult to say, hey, I need some help. And so that was part of, the healing process of we had to be vulnerable and not be afraid to ask, because people were willing to help. They just didn't know where their helping hands could be of assistance. And to see him kind of raise his hand and say, hey, I need somebody. And now he's doing that, and he's allowing others to see his vulnerability through the mental health. And especially at work, he talks to these other police officers and first responders because he was in a dark place for a long time. And he tells them it's okay. It was okay that they're not okay.
There's a difference in how I interact with them now than there was before. Before it wasn't as, there wasn't as much connection before. It was just a father, just busy at work, not really much display of affection or love towards them. Whereas now, I think that's completely changed, and really embracing them a lot more and supporting them a lot more and being verbal about it. Because I was typically a very quiet guy before and didn't really share those feelings with them. But now understanding the importance of them, hearing that come from my mouth as opposed to me just thinking it, I think really helped our relationships grow a lot stronger. Probably the most important thing is to find that strong support system with trusted ones, with loved ones. And you got to really learn to lean on them and to help them get you through the hard times. Having that support system in place for me was one of the biggest things that helped me pull through the mental health issues that I had. Had I not had that in place, I would have been left struggling with it on my own, and there's probably a good chance that I wouldn't be right here right now. So just the fact that they surrounded me with nothing but love and support and refused to let go of me made a big difference.